Hello friends, my name is Lauren. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am a clothing reseller on places like eBay and Poshmark, which means basically in short, I thrift designer and name brand, sometimes vintage clothes from thrift stores, and I resell them online for a profit. So today, I thought I'd do something different. This is a newer channel and I'm kind of experimenting with the kinds of videos I'm doing. And so far I've been doing thrift hauls and what sold videos. So my what sold videos were weekly and I was breaking down item by item, where it sold, what the selling price was, and then what my take home pay was. Today, it's been a while since I've been on here. I've had a lot going on, a lot of, my word of the year is growth. And so I've had a lot of growth in my business and a lot that I'm doing to promote that growth in my business. So things have been busy. And right now I need to be focusing on things that are making me money, which YouTube isn't one of those things. So I'm really just doing this to share my little bit of knowledge I have with you guys and to just, be a part of this community where we share and exchange ideas to encourage growth in our reselling businesses. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. I thought it'd be fun to share what is selling for me so far in 2023. So right now it's only the beginning of February of 2023, and obviously I'm only a month into the year, but I thought it'd be fun to share what is selling for me, what brands, what styles, and what categories, and also share the price points that they are selling at. So I'm probably not going to get into really big details on what my take-home pay is, what my cost of goods is, because at the end of the day, when you're doing market research for the brands that are selling, that really doesn't matter. Most of us are familiar with the selling terms on the websites or the platforms that we sell on are the percentages that they take, the cost to ship things, and then our cost of goods is going to vary based on where we live in the country, meaning the most important thing for you to know if you are reselling is what something is going to sell for so that you can calculate while you are out thrifting if this is going to be a smart buy and if the profit margins are going to make sense for you and your business model. We're actually going to start with January 9th because I've already gone over the sales from the previous weeks. But just to give you an idea of what is selling, I will pop up pictures on the screen if I have them still. And like I said, just so you know, like what platforms, what's doing well on each platform, what is selling, what categories, what brands, yada, yada, yada. So let's dive in. All right, so I sold a vintage Y2K Disney t-shirt. This is something that I did not buy really with the intention of reselling. I bought it because my family and I went to Disney World a couple months ago and I bought this for myself to wear. But it did sell on Depop. It sold for $15. So the thing with Depop is things sell better if you offer free shipping, but that's going to cut into your profit margin. So Depop doesn't take a huge percentage, but if you're paying for shipping out of pocket yourself and the buyer isn't contributing to that whatsoever, your take-home pay is going to be a lot less. So just keep that in mind. But it sold for $15 on Depop. I honestly thought that this shirt, it was really unique. I thought it would go for a lot more. I have noticed, so here's a trend, ding, 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 a trend for 2023 so far. I've noticed that Disney is not selling as well as it did before, which is shocking to me because as someone who just took a trip to Disney World, I did notice that their prices of their souvenirs and anything Disney branded, Disney Parks branded especially, has skyrocketed, and it was hard to find a souvenir there that was under $30. And I'm talking about even for like a coffee mug, like everything was outrageously expensive. So I am shocked to see that the Disney gear is not selling as great as it used to, but something to keep in mind, I'm not picking up as much Disney as I used to. I also sold a Ralph Lauren skirt. This was also a vintage item. I want to say it was 90s. It was a maxi skirt. This sold on eBay for $26 and unfortunately it was returned, but I am going to include it here because Ralph Lauren is one of those brands that is selling. I sold a pair of men's Rock Revival jeans. This is a brand that was really, really popular a couple years ago. You could get it for a ton of money. or sell it for a ton of money, I should say. The women's sizes, from what I've seen trending, I've seen other people talking about it on here, on YouTube, has kind of died down. However, men's. This is like the key to 2023, I think, is picking up men's, because my men's items are selling for a lot of money. They are selling full price. They are selling, like I said, for way more than women's. Men tend to not really barter with you over the prices of things, and they're selling really quickly. So the demand for men's on the resale market is high, let's say. These sold for $75 on Poshmark. I couldn't be happier. They weren't even marked up in my thrift store, so yay, pick up men's Rock Revival jeans. I also sold a pair of men's Lululemon sweatpants for $80. $80. That's like almost as much as retail. So list your men's stuff. Do not skip the men's section at the thrift stores. I personally don't even usually go to the men's section unless I'm looking for something for my husband. However, I do pick it up when I see it on a new rack, and I pick up a lot of men's that is mistakenly put into the women's section, which is usually good stuff. So I don't know. I need to be better about going through the men's. Actually, you should probably look at the men's first because it sells for so much more money. And then I sold a pair of men's Madewell jeans. I've had these forever. I think I paid like $1 for them, and they only sold for $10. So I think Madewell in general is just going, it's not really something that I'm gravitating towards these days. I sold a men's, here we are, this was like men's, this is all men's, a men's Ralph Lauren scarf. I paid like pennies for this. This was new with tags. It sold on Poshmark for $58. I sold a new with tags Sundry top on Poshmark for $22. Sundry is one of those brands that for whatever reason, it retails for a ton of money. Resale, not so high. So it has to be something really special if you're gonna pick it up and turn a quick profit. However, if you can get it for really cheap, your cost of goods are super low, it is something that I pick up because, I mean, I'll take a $22 sale on something I paid a couple dollars for. Also sold, here we are, men's again. A pair of Patagonia men's swim trunks. Those sold on eBay for $21. And, oh, here's a good sale. This is something to look out for. Bolo brand, or be on the lookout if you're not familiar with the term Bolo. I sold a pair of Alice McCall patchwork flared jeans on Depop. These sold for $78. Love to see that. I did pay up for these. They were a high-end designer I had never seen before, and they were a really trendy style. So in my personal opinion, when you're looking for denim in 2023, look for things that stand out. People are not looking for basics. They are looking for the crazier the better, the wider the flare, the higher the rise, the more colorful the embroidery. Like, just think funky. And my biggest tip when you are sourcing jeans, I know that like going into like the jeans or pants section can be really daunting and boring, and usually they're like really crammed in on the racks and you have to like dig. So I look, if I'm not, I don't have a ton of time, I go through the jeans and I just look at the legs. And so I look for like released hems. I look for different washes. Like right now, really light washes are in. I look for embroidery. I look for flared legs. I'm just looking at the hems of the jeans. And if something catches my eye, I would say at least half of the time, if it's something I like pull out, it's something worth picking up. So that's just something to keep in mind, is that really basic denim it's just tending to sit. Even if it's a higher end brand, you want to go for really funky. Funky is key. I sold a pair of Ralph Lauren Denim in Supply. This is another brand to be on the lookout for. I've sold it quite often lately. These were Denim in Supply boots. It's first time finding any shoes by this brand. This is a discontinued Ralph Lauren brand that has a cult following. Certain pieces do better than others. So just like anything else, make sure you are running comps or looking online to see how much similar styles are selling for. These sold on Mercari for $45. So I was happy with that. Another brand, this was my first time picking it up, that I think is gonna do well in the new year, but I'm not quite sure yet. Like I said, I don't have a ton of experience selling it, but it does not sell for as much as it retails for, which sadly, most of the items that we resell, that's the case. But it's Syncacept, and it is a higher end designer, like contemporary brand. So I sold this blouse from them. It was silk. I think I bought it at a consignment shop in Chicago, which I just said I wasn't going to go into details on how much I paid for things, but I paid a little bit up for this. It ended up selling for $35 on Mercari, which I'm happy when something sells on Mercari because their payout and the percentage that they take is so low, and it makes me happy because it means I make more money. Especially on lighter weight items, they tend to do a lot better on there because the shipping, heavier items ship for a way more money than they do on Poshmark and eBay, but their lighter weight items ship for a lot less. So I don't know, I just feel like it's a good place to sell lightweight, usually like designer lightweight items. Victoria's Secret, I sold a Victoria's Secret bra on eBay for $15. Victoria's Secret bras are something that I'm still picking up. They tend to sell really, really well, but they don't sell really fast. So if you have the space to store bras, if you find a Victoria's Secret bra that is like jeans, is unique, you want something that is a more unique style and is in like pristine condition, like you could, not that I would advise doing this, but you feel like you almost could put new without tags on the listing, that's what you're looking for. All right, James Purse, another brand, kind of like Sundry. They do a lot of basics, very, very expensive, but they tend to sit if they're not something unique. These were a pair of sweatpants that I contemplated picking up in the store, but at the end of the day, I did grab them. And I'm glad I did because they were really cheap and they sold for $38 on eBay. So for a pair of James Purse sweatpants, I think that is excellent. I think that the any like loungewear or athletic wear or shapewear, if you find it in like more like neutral, like nudes, like muted tones, I think that those are going to continue to do really well. And we have wonderful Kim Kardashian to thank for that with her brand Skims. I feel like a lot of other brands are replicating that like very neutral, laid back look that Skims has kind of put on the map. Athleta. Athleta I think will continue to do really well this year. I sold an Athleta crew neck on eBay for $30, which I love to see. I'm really looking right now for when I'm in the thrift store for items that I think are going to sell for $30 or more, or $25 if my cost of goods is lower. But so I'm happy to see things selling for that $30 to $40 range. All right, I sold a boho top on Poshmark. I don't even know what brand this was. I'll put it up on the screen. I have no idea what this is. S&H. I really can't think off the top of my head. I'll put it up there. It sold for $8, so whatever that brand was, that looks like something that we shouldn't be picking up. Girlfriend Collective, another brand that I think is on its way out. Sold a pair of leggings by this brand for $28 on eBay. I think if your cost of goods is super low, this is something I would continue to pick up. But leggings in general, I don't think are doing that well lately. I think that a lot of people are gravitating more towards joggers. So if you're looking in like the athletic wear department, I would be looking at like jogger style pants before leggings because leggings just don't seem to be doing as well as I'm wearing a pair of Spanx leggings right now. Even the Spanx leggings aren't selling that great for me. So I think sadly, as someone who loves leggings, I hate to even admit this, I think leggings might be on the way out trend-wise. Not that there aren't people who are going to wear them forever. There is a market for everyone, but just saying the sales, the proof is in the sales, and leggings just don't tend to be doing as well as they used to. All right, this was a great sale. Another brand to be on the lookout for, Lauren Moshi. So this is my first time finding this brand, and this wasn't even just like the normal Lauren Moshi brand. It was a collaboration with the brand Aqua, which is a in-house contemporary line at Bloomingdale's. This was new with tags, which I was so excited to find. It sold on eBay for $60, so Love to see that. That's an amazing sale. Definitely be on the lookout for anything by Lauren Moshi. She does a lot of like graphic tees, graphic sweatshirts with like fun prints on them. All right, I sold a Lululemon crew on eBay for $42. So there we are with a crew neck top or crew neck sweatshirt. Think we're going to continue to see a trend with those. Love to see that. I sold an aloe yoga tank on Poshmark for $16. I took an offer on this after it was listed for like an hour. I think I probably would have got a lot more for this, but I think the brand Aloe is going to continue to do really well this year. But like I said, leggings, I don't know, not selling as many as I used to. All right, another brand to be on the lookout for is Point Sur, which is a brand underneath the J. Crew umbrella. So it is, I don't know if it's more higher end of their stuff, but their stuff tends to be a little bit more funky than like the typical like preppy J. Crew like basic look. I sold a Point Sur blouse. As I say this blouse was actually just a solid color blouse, but it was a size extra large. So I love, love, love finding brands like J. Crew, Madewell, even Loft and Ann Taylor in the size extra large and up because they sell really well. It sold on eBay for $25. Another Lululemon men's piece. Like I said, pick up that menswear. These were size extra, extra large sweatpants. They sold on eBay for $45. I sold a Fredericks of Hollywood new with tags bra on Poshmark for $14. Not my best sale, but I still gravitate towards that bra section when I'm out thrifting because they are so inexpensive. They're really small. I can just keep them in like a basket tote in my closet. Like they don't take up a lot of room storage wise. And even if they only sell, I don't know, even if I make a $10 profit on it, $10 is $10. I'll take it. So pick up new with tags bras from brands like Fredericks of Hollywood, Victoria's Secret. Like I would almost never leave a new with tags bra behind unless they wanted $1 million for it, which sometimes Goodwill does. All right, I sold a bundle of men's Carhartt, I don't know what that accent was, Carhartt Henleys. I picked these up for my husband at Goodwill. I thought they were his size, but if you don't know, Carhartt men's runs really, really, really big. So I sold these in a bundle for $25. I'm happy with that profit. I sold a pair of girls Ivivva, which is Lululemon's now defunct children's wear line, leggings on Poshmark for $10. I used to pick this up a lot. It used to sell for a lot. I have noticed, I think because we've gotten farther into the future since this company or this line from Lululemon has discontinued, that less people know about it and there's less of a demand for it. So I've noticed it's definitely died down. Sold a Peruvian Connection sweater on Whatnot. I have like 2 Whatnot sales for the month. For $19. This was an alpaca blend sweater. If I would have sold this on another platform, I'm going to guess I probably would have gotten north of $50 for it. But I sold it for $19 on Whatnot. So if you're looking for the kinds of brands that are selling on live shows, that's one to look for. And Peruvian Connection is one of those brands that I rarely leave behind in the thrift store because it does historically really, really well for me. All right, this is kind of a random one that it's not necessarily something that I would be on the lookout for, but if you are someone who picks up children's wear, this is something you might want to keep on your radar. It was a Missoni for Target, which is a collaboration. I want to say it was one of Target's first designer collaborations, and it was over 10 years ago. So I don't know how this sold, but it did. It was Missoni for Target children's sweater. It was a toddler size. It sold on Poshmark for $20, which is really, really good. I'm kind of veering away from selling children's wear only because the selling price is so low that sometimes it's not worth it to me to take the pictures and store it and list it and do all the things, even though the cost of goods on children's clothing is usually pretty low. You can get stuff for like 99 cents. So $20 for that. I do know that the Missoni for Target adult line, or the women's wear, does not sell historically well for me resale. I think there was a lot of it out there, and a lot of it was produced when it was made, and there's a lot of it on the market. I find it quite frequently at the thrift store. All right, let's see. I have down here that I made $170 on a Whatnot show, but I did not say what I sold in that show. If I remember correctly, I think I sold a lot of like lingerie, so that just goes back to picking up stuff in the bra section. That's pretty well. Let's see, I sold a ModCloth tank top. This was a basic. It was probably a bad buy, but it sold on eBay for $10. If you're looking at the brand ModCloth, I would say, like most things, this is a general rule of thumb to stick to: the funkier the better. The funkier the print, the more it looks like something Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus would wear, the better. That's what you want to look for when it comes to ModCloth and Anthropologie and those like quirky novelty brands like that. Let's see, Soft Surroundings is continuing to do really well. I sold a plus size Soft Surroundings cardigan on eBay for $30. I believe this was new with tags, so definitely pick that up if you see it in plus size or new with tags. This is a fun one. Okay, Betsy Johnson. These Betsy Johnson bags do not retail for a ton of money. You can get them at TJ Maxx, but they have a cult following. I picked this one up. I said I wasn't going to do prices, but I picked this one up at a Clothes Mentor, and it was on clearance. I don't think I paid more than $4 for it, and it sold on Poshmark for $45. So if you find Betsy Johnson bags that are in good condition, I would always pick them up because, like I said, they're those funky, quirky things. And oddly enough, when we are going through this crazy economy with inflation and the price of eggs going up and people hardly being able to pay their bills, the things that they are spending their money on are like the funky, like treat yourself purchases. So I don't know, your natural inclination right now is to pick up like basics, like children's wear, jeans, jackets, like sneakers, like things that people have no choice but to buy. But that's not the stuff that's really selling. It's really the more like fun. It's almost like when you're in a depression and you need that little pick-me-up. That's what people are buying, are things to kind of, they have a little extra money. And like, I'm gonna buy this fun purse because it's gonna make me happy. And so that's what I'm gravitating towards when I'm sourcing. All right, another sale, Fabletics. I never pick up that Fabletics, but I picked these shorts up because they were fun. See how fun they were? They were navy blue and had a little bit of hot pink, like that Barbie bubblegum pink that is so popular right now. They were biker shorts, which I think will continue to be popular in the summer season. But they only sold for $15 on Poshmark. But if you can get them for cheap enough, pick them up because they're fun, and they sold really, really fast. All right, I sold a pair of Aerie white jeans. They were like a pull-on comfy style. Aerie is selling really, really, really well. If it is in like new condition or new with tags, I rarely leave Aerie behind. And I'm noticing that more like summer items are selling really well. I don't know if people are just thinking warm weather or if they live in warmer climates. I know I'm sending a lot of packages to Florida and California, so that could be why. But these sold on Poshmark for $25, so I was happy with that sale. Then I sold a pair of Lululemon leggings on Poshmark. Like I said before, leggings are not doing as well as they used to. They sold for only $17. So if you're looking for a higher profit margin, I would stay away from Lulu leggings, which is crazy because I don't know, I feel like forever that's like been gold and you get so excited when you find them. But you have to follow the market research, and research shows that people are just not splurging on them like they used to. All right, another bad buy or something I've had forever and I was glad to see go was a pair of Democracy camouflage pants. These were a size 6. They sold on Poshmark for $10 and I was so happy to see them go because I was just sick of looking at them. I sold a pair of J. Crew pants on eBay, another one that I think I got at the same time as those Democracy pants. Sick of looking at them. They were super tiny size. They've just been sitting in my inventory forever. They sold for $11.50 and I was So glad to see them go. All right, a pair of Old Navy linen new with tags pants sold on Poshmark for $18. A brand that I just now recently became more familiar with. I think Lori's Boston Found mentioned this on her channel, and it's not something that's very prevalent in my area. So I was happy to find it, and now I found it again this week. So something to be on the lookout for. Fat Face. It is a UK brand that I think is becoming more and more popular here in the US. I sold a Fat Face jacket on Mercari for $48, and I was happy to see that. Definitely be on the lookout for that brand. It's very preppy, very unassuming, a lot of neutrals, but yeah, I was happy for that sale. I sold a pair of airy flared leggings, which makes me laugh because I am from the generation that just called these yoga pants, but I guess we're calling them flared leggings now. These sold on Poshmark for $20. They sold same day that I listed them. I probably could have gotten more, but I'm really just looking to bring that cash flow in. And so there is my other tip for 2023. If you want to make sales, accept offers. Do not counter to make an extra $5, because at the end of the day, do you need an extra $5 or do you need a $20 sale that's going to bring more money into your business so that you can spend it on new inventory that is going to sell at a higher price point? That is what I'm doing. All right, a brand that I want everyone to be on the lookout for 2023. And I think it goes back into looking for those fun, loud, wild, unique pieces. This has not been a brand that's been doing very well for the last couple of years. I think a lot of people are skipping it in the thrift store, and I'm finding it a lot, and I will pick it up. It's Lily Pulitzer, surprisingly. This was a Lily Pulitzer dress that I almost didn't pick up when I was thrifting because it was a size 4. It was really tiny. Just kind of looked like the stereotypical loud, tropical, floral, I don't know, summery dress. And I was like, you know what? It was under $5. I'll pick it up. Even if I sell it for $25, whatever. Like I said, it's money coming back into my business. This dress sold on Mercari for $54. I was shocked. So pick up Lily Pulitzer. I had another Lily sale this week, today. Oh, it's right here. We'll get to it. I have things that I need to ship out today, and I will show you those because they're sitting right here because we're in my ship station right now. So yeah, pick up Lily Pulitzer. If it is loud and fun and bright, I think people are just looking for things that are gonna, boost their serotonin levels. I don't know. I'll take it though. Then I had another really weird sale this was on January 24th. So I had picked this up originally for the holidays, New Year's. It sold on January 24th. It was a Nicole Miller dress. It was like an extra small. It sold for $15 though. So I'm happy to see it go. A month or two after I planned on selling it, and to still kind of recoup some of my money. That sold on Poshmark. I'm not sure what this person is going to do with that, but do you ever wonder like what the story of your sales are once they leave? I'm just wondering what they're wearing that to in January, but whatever, I'll take the money. All right, then I sold a J. Crew Liberty of London blouse. This is something that I would be on the lookout for. It is very reminiscent of Love Shack Fancy. The only reason why this sold for so low, and it did take a few months to sell, is because it was an extra, extra small, which I don't know anyone who wears an extra, extra small, but the person that bought it from me did, and they paid $23 for it. So that is something to be on the lookout for. And speaking of J. Crew, I feel like this is a reoccurring trend. J. Crew, if it is something really unique, like the other things, or it has some really great quality to it, like a really awesome fabric content, pick it up because J. Crew is selling. All right, Free People. Sadly, Free People is not doing well for me. It sells, it takes a long time, and it doesn't sell for as much as I would like it to. But this was a Free People duster sweater. It sold on Poshmark for $20. I would say that if you are a live seller, you sell on Whatnot, Free People is a good brand to sell on live sales. It gets people really excited for whatever reason. But if you are just listing it on your normal reselling platforms, it's not going to get you a high dollar point. I did sell a bundle with a Chico's jacket. Chico's is a brand that I do pick up, especially if it is a larger size and something a little bit more unique. And this person paired it with a set of vintage Libby glasses, Libbey. If you are dabbling in the hard goods section of the thrift store, Libby like novelty drinking glasses is something to be on the lookout for, especially if they've got like a fun print. These were like a stained glass. I have sold a set of, these are very valuable. I'll see if I can find a picture and pop it up if I still have it. Brown, they're like frosted brown, like 70s drinking glasses that had butterflies on them. Those sold really, really well. So if you're looking for hard goods, glassware is not fun to ship. It is a little nerve-wracking, but vintage Libby sells really well, and you can identify Libby glasses because the bottom of them, if you hold it up to the light, has a little like cursive L etched in on the bottom. I sold a vintage blazer on Poshmark for $24. I think that vintage blazers and blazers in general are going to continue to do well, especially if they have wool in them, and you can put wool in as a keyword in your title. I sold a pair of Athleta Girl shorts on eBay for $15. Not something that I would continue to pick up, but it did sell. So there's that. I sold a loft top on Poshmark, and I want to point this sale out because I have noticed if you model your own clothes, if you do not have a stock photo for them, they sell better, because usually a loft piece I'm going to sit on for a long time. This one I had for a while. I put a picture of me wearing it and it sold almost immediately. So I think people really want to see what items look like on a human body. And I hate using the term model because I'm clearly not a model, but if you have items that you can fit into that are your size, I suggest adding some photos of you wearing them, because I also think it makes your listing stand out in comparison to others. And I just crop my face out so people don't know it's me. They just see what it looks like on a human. And it works. It's been working. So there's a little tip for you. All right, I sold a pair of American Eagle wide leg cropped jeans. This was a direct sale to one of my favorite shoppers, Tina. Tina, if you're watching, hello and thank you. So I did sell these to her for $15. They were something I had picked up at a Plato's Closet 90% off sale. If you watched that video, I think that actually was my last video on here, sadly. Like I said, it's been a while. And she reached out to me and asked if she could buy them. So I gave her a little discount on them, and I hope that she loves them. Then I sold, so like I said, going back to people wanting to treat themselves, I had a Whatnot show where I did a haul video, which is probably why I haven't been doing haul videos on here, because sometimes I do it on Whatnot to see if anyone wants to buy anything right away. So you never know where you're going to get your thrift haul from me, but I did a haul video and only one thing sold, and it sold for a lot less than I would have gotten if I sold it on my other reselling platforms. But I want to point it out because I want you guys to be looking for these things when you're out thrifting. It was a Burberry wristlet, and I believe it was just like a cosmetic wristlet. It was probably like a gift with purchase, but it was brand new. It still had like plastic wrap on the zipper, and I only paid $5 for this. So if you are out thrifting and you see in your thrift store like a section that sells like cosmetic bags, if it is something name brand, especially a high-end designer, sell it. Pick it up and sell it, because they sell really, really well. But this was like a canvas bag. I'll try to get a picture popped up on the screen of what it looked like. And it had a spell out Burberry on it, and it kind of reminded me of like the Marc Jacobs canvas totes that are really popular right now. So I just thought this was really trendy. I could see someone using this and wearing it out in public. And when I looked up comps on this, it was selling on the RealReal for $100, and people had it listed anywhere from $50 to $200. I sold it on Whatnot for $26. So was that smart? I don't know. I made a profit. I think every time you do a Whatnot show, every time you show your face, you're getting your name out there, you're gaining your customer base. So I'm gonna call it a win, but be on the lookout for really anything like designer. I don't even think I need to say that, but here we are. Bowden continues to do really well. I sold a Bowden sweater on Poshmark for $20. I'm kind of accepting lower offers on sweaters and jackets right now, only because I think people are going to be shopping for spring soon, and I have so many sweaters. So if you want to head to my Poshmark closet and make me a lowball offer on a sweater, I'm likely to accept it because I have so many and they take up so much room. Then I sold a Ralph Lauren vintage blazer, another vintage blazer, and here we are seeing Ralph Lauren again. So vintage Ralph Lauren, pick them up. Blazers, pick them up. This was a full price sale. It sold for $100 on Poshmark. What? This was something that I almost didn't pick up in the thrift store. I need to be better about picking up Ralph Lauren items because they sell and they sell for a lot of money. All right. Another Free People piece. This was a Free People top. I don't even know what this looked like. We'll see if I can find a picture of it to pop up on the screen because all I wrote was Free People top. It sold for $24, so I guess that's a little bit higher of a Free People sale, but nowhere near what it retails for. All right, and then shorts. Pick up shorts, you guys, because they're starting to sell. I sold a pair of Madewell shorts on Poshmark for $28. I think that Madewell shorts are selling better than Madewell jeans, so pick them up. These were a size 2, so I was hesitant to pick these up. I am glad I did. Another soft surroundings top sold on eBay for $17. An Anthropologie plus size top sold on Mercari for $29. Always pick up Anthropologie plus size pieces or anything Anthropologie that is a size large and up, because there is so much teeny tiny size Anthropologie stuff on the market and other people want to wear it. So you can identify an Anthropologie plus size piece because it will say A+ Anthropologie on the tag. All right, I sold a Free People blazer on eBay for $17. Like I said, Free People not selling for so much money. I sold this vintage 2-piece Liz Claiborne Y2K 90s set that I've had forever and has had so much interest. It ended up selling on eBay for only $20, but I've had this probably for a year, and it had more likes than anything else on all the platforms. On Depop, eBay, Poshmark, everyone liked it and no one was buying it. So I'm glad to see it finally sold. I sold a Juicy Couture zip up velour hoodie on Depop for $24. This was not vintage Juicy Couture. It was the newer Kohl's modern, made to look like the old stuff. But it sold. So I think people are still just looking for that Y2K style, regardless of what it is. I sold a pair of St. John Santana knit black high-rise pants on Poshmark for $30. St. John is another brand that sells for a decent amount of money, but it tends to sit for a while. But I didn't have those for that long, so I'm happy with that. I sold a sweater by the brand The Kooples. This is a brand to be on the lookout for. It just recently has been put on my radar, and I feel like I almost manifested it because I had just learned about it and then I found it. And I don't usually find real high-end designer stuff, so this was exciting. It was a little bit pilly, which is why it didn't sell for as much as it could have if it was in pristine condition, but it was a wool cashmere blend. It was very much that minimalist style that we are seeing, and it sold for $30 on Poshmark. And back to Disney not being my best friend. I sold a Disney t-shirt on Poshmark for $8. I don't even want to tell you what my payout is on that, but yeah, I really want to pick up anything Disney right now. It's just not doing great. All right, I sold a Free People waffle knit, We the Free, oversized, the basic cowl neck waffle knit that everyone has seen in a million colors and styles. It sold on eBay for $18. I sold an Anthropologie top. This was a Pilcrow and the letterpress top that I've had forever on eBay for $12. I think the key with Free People and Anthropologie is to just, like I said, look for things that are really wild and fun, because that's what's going to sell. Then I sold, all right, now we're getting into stuff that I have here like ready to ship out, so I will show you. This was a full price sale last night that I was so excited to get because this is something I almost didn't pick up in the thrift store. It is Lily Pulitzer. It is a cable knit, kind of Y2K, older style raspberry colored cardigan. It is a size medium, 100% cotton. This sold for my full asking price of $48, and I am so happy to see that. That will go out today. And this was a first time find for me, and funny story behind it. So it's Johnny Was. I personally love Johnny Was. I love their style. I've never found anything by Johnny Was, and I found it the other day. Literally almost cried when I saw this tag. So cute. It's an extra small, which I am not an extra small, but it fit me perfectly. And I showed my husband. He's like, oh, you should keep it. And then I pulled up comps on it, and I was like, but I could probably get a lot of money for it. He's like, yeah, you should list it. I'm like, okay. So I'm going to list it for a lot higher than I think I can get for it. And I thought, because it's an extra small, it would sit for a while. And I listed it for $150. I think it retailed for like, I don't know, $200, $298, something crazy like that. But I didn't see any other in this style. It's like this beautiful lace kimono. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. It has like witchy vibes. But it doesn't have that like typical like really colorful embroidery. So that's why I was like, oh, this is so my style. I got an offer on eBay yesterday for $135 for it, and I had to take it. So pick up Johnny Was if you see it. I don't think I need to tell you that, but there's the label. Look for that. I was so excited, and now I'm really, really sad to see it go, because I thought if I listed it high, I'd be able to hold on to it for a while and wear it a few times. And now it's getting sent out, and I'm really, really sad. So I'm going to manifest finding it again. It was a really good sale. Be on the lookout for that. People are still splurging on designer stuff, is what I'm trying to say. I have to get rid of my emotional connection to clothing. All right, another bra, Victoria's Secret bra. Really pretty. Like I said, this is what I'm talking about, like looking for like really pretty, like different colors, different styles. It kind of has like a Swiss dot design to it, and it looks like it's brand new. And it's a bigger size. Victoria's Secret bra, 36 Triple D. This sold for $21 on Mercari. So I'm totally fine with spending $3 on a bra, letting it sit for 2 months, and then making 20 bucks on it. Like that's kind of like a filler bread and butter piece that supplements my income. And then this is another brand that I think is going to continue to do really well. It's Natural Life. This was new with tags. It's a size large, extra large, little blue velvet dress. This is so pretty. This sold on eBay for $30. And this is my second Natural Life sale of the month. So definitely be on the lookout for that brand. I think people are searching for it. Did any of this surprise you? What is doing well for you so far in the new year? What are you looking to pick up? What questions do you have for me? Let me know in the comments. This is a longer video. I hope I didn't bore anybody. Let me know if you like this style video more than just a typical like what's sold. I hope to be back with another thrift haul or what sold video in the near future. I thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. I appreciate you all so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.